Well, hey there, it's Gabriel, and singing a little song for you. It's a little dark, but it's about to get brighter. In one moment. Let's go. Yeah. Rolling down the highway like a rocket, got 'em headed into town now. Can't stop me with this wheel in my hand as I stand on the floor of the sport of the car on the road. Got this planet all around me, and it's feeling like it's ready for delivery. And I think that it's going for density. Soon to be without nobody on the road in the wind when it's cold. Yeah, the sun's gonna rise in a mile. In a mile, you'll be feeling fine. In a mile, you'll see. After me, you'll be out of the dark. Yeah, you'll get your shot. Yeah, the sun's gonna rise in a mile. In a mile, you'll be feeling fine. In a mile, you'll see. After me, you'll be out of the dark. Yeah, you'll get your shot. Oh. Rolling down the highway like a rocket. Yeah, I'm headed into town now. Can't stop me with this wheel in my hand as I stand on the floor of this board on the car on the road. Got this planet all around me, and it's looking like it's ready for delivery. Yeah, I think that it's going for density. Soon to be without nobody out on the road in the wind when it's cold. Rolling down the highway like a rocket, God, I'm headed into town now. Can't stop me with this wheel in my hand as I stand on the floor of this board's car. See, the sun's gonna rise in a mile. In a mile, you'll be feeling fine. In a mile, you will see. After me, you'll be out of the dark. Yeah, you'll get your shot. Yeah, the sun's gonna rise in a mile. In a mile, you'll be feeling fine. In a mile, you'll see. After me, you'll be out of the dark. Yeah, you'll get your shot soon. Under the moon, maybe. Hello, everyone. It's Gabriel. I'm back. It's your Happy Thursday song. That was Sun's Gonna Rise by Citizen Cope. We got some gradient lighting. And as you might be able to tell, I'm a little happy because I met a deadline today to finish the lawsuit. Oh, man. Feels like a relief, honestly. This was the last lawsuit, and don't have to be in court for a while. So I'm feeling relieved, personally. I mean, I might be in court, in federal court, but I'm not going to be in superior court. So, as I said recently, I did receive all of the outstanding public records request responses from Miss Christine Wilda at UMass Amherst. So that meant I had 30 days to complete or to refile my complaint, according to the judge, Michael Doolin, Justice Michael Doolin. And he said that on December 10th. Anyway, since then I filed a motion to hold them in contempt of court, as I said last time. And my complaint's only 15 pages longer, but that's really twice as long. And instead of 4 counts, now I have 101 counts of public records fraud, gross negligence, negligence of duties under GLC 6610, and fraud. I think that's all of them. Fraud, gross fraud, public records fraud, gross negligence, and negligence. Yes. And I think I could be wrong about 101 counts. It's either 101 counts or like 20 counts, but I'm pretty sure each individual public records request that there is a negligent response to is its own count of negligence. So that was a relief to finish that, and I finished it probably in like 2 weeks. And yeah, that's what I've been doing the last week. I've been hanging out a lot with people for Cru at Bible studies on Zoom and in person. And yeah, I've been singing a little bit, playing some music, going on hikes. Can't say I have too much like exciting stuff going on, like nor does anyone really. Read this great ebook about Canadian health and why evidence matters, and I was like, amen. And it was basically like, yeah, most testing is overdone and not helpful, and in fact harmful in the case of mammograms and prostate cancer and chest CT scans or like CAT scans or something, I forget. So that was cool. I definitely see way too many people letting their hearts fail them for fear, even when I'm just like, we're in the end times and Jesus says that's going to happen. I don't think I'm going to be able to stop people's hearts from failing them for fear, but I think everybody could feel less fearful at least, or at least more aware of what they're afraid of. You know, I don't know. Mexico and Japan, though, I mean, as I said last time, you know, Japan has not done anything, Mexico has not done anything, and there hasn't been big outbreaks in either of those countries, so I'm not sure we all need to be freaking out right now. In fact, I'm 100% sure we don't need to be freaking out. Yeah. Which is why I'm writing lawsuits instead of, like, just hunkering down and doing nothing. Got a half moon tonight. And, yeah, it's been kind of interesting seeing how people are adjusting to, using the internet more. It's cool that people are researching Q more and people are thinking more independently. I'm glad. I mean, this is all a part of the plan. Like, man, I don't want to call people out, but there are some people who are like very much like, oh, I trust the plan. Q is great, but this was unforeseen. Nothing that's happening is unforeseen. Like, just on the real. Just, like, watch Captain America Civil War, like, what's the opening scene? It's a biological weapon. Like, you know, that same person who I'm referring to said Captain America is, like, one of the clearest forms of disclosure, so. Anyway. I think there's a difference between being able to see things coming and being able to say you saw them coming. So everybody is saying Trump is going to just put our economy on a stimulus plan indefinitely in his second term, basically. So it's what does any of this even matter? It's I don't know. It's people get to work less, people get less time in school, and then the acute respiratory illnesses are actually now below their seasonal averages. So I think we're just not being given the context of how acute respiratory illnesses have been statistically similar to past years. Anyway, that's just me talking like we're in the end times. And it's certainly, I don't know. Anyway. I wonder, so I filed this federal case on Friday, which was not too long ago. So, there is a chance they do grant my motion for substitute service, and then I can get a hearing on a restraining order against the governor. That'd be hilarious. Oh, man. Yeah, there's really nothing else going on in my life. Frisbee seems to be on hold, but it's really not. I had a dream the night after I filed the thing against the governor that Frisbee season is going to happen this summer. So the real question then is, when is Frisbee season going to start? It's not if, but when is it going to start? Is Japan just going to sweep worlds this year? No, I'm kidding. Of course not. What else? The birth pangs that Jesus predicted, we're definitely going through them. We've been going through them, and I think actually in terms of extreme weather, we're probably on the other side of it now. So as much as the earth is ready for delivery, I think it's probably we're in delivery now. It feels like it, where we have the trump of God, and it seems like the angels have been gathering in those metaphorical clouds, and that's just my perspective. It feels like we're about to see the whole new heaven and new earth thing. Fourth density. In the law of one, it says the earth has already gone fourth density, and that is causing a much more difficult harvest. Although that's hard to understand, except that when you understand that the neighboring star went supernova or micronova in 2012, so maybe our Earth went fourth density in 2012, and then but the law of one was written in 1980 or something. I don't know. It's confusing. It's not really clear. It's also clear that there's stages of fourth density, so it's the Earth could go fourth density, but then be partly fourth density, and people can go fourth density, but be in the different stages of, I don't even understand how that works. It's something to do with vibration or something, maybe, I don't know. Frequencies. Anyway, I substituted out part about his wife. I haven't done any love songs yet. Dig 2 is not a love song. That is a song about commitment. And yeah, oh man. So ready to stop being alone in all this stuff, and I think I'm right there. I think I'm really close to not being alone. It's tantalizing. But I had a dream where they're trying to tell me what... I think it's been important to learn how to be alone and manage some of this responsibility. It's obviously going to be more difficult to be managing a new relationship where I'm like super in love with the person, like soulmates, and be doing stuff like this. Basically, I've been having dreams where I know who my soulmate is, but I can't guarantee that. Could be wrong. Definitely have hope I know who it is. And yeah, looking forward to hanging out with that person if I get to do that. That would be nice. And I'm looking forward to hanging out with all of the other individuals who are about to find their pre-programmed catalyst. Because I have been in the depths of mine. Grandma's doing okay. She's done better. But still thankful that we've had the time we've had. Yeah. I got her some nice cheese on my way back from Boston. And the guy at the cheese shop was like, "We don't have pot cheese, but you should make pot cheese." So I made some pot cheese, and it's pretty good. Simple to make. If you have good milk, it's sweet, and you add a little salt, and you got some nice snack. And they don't sell it anywhere, so. Man, I had another dream about my cousin and what she's doing at the end of all this. And she's not making cheese. My brother actually works at a cheese shop. He doesn't make it, but I think he works in sales or retail or something. Or maybe he makes it. I don't know. I don't think he makes it. Anyway, both my brothers live far away, which is why grandma stuff is going to be a little bit harder. But my cousin, in this dream I had, which may be indicative of something, what was she doing? She was doing something wholesome. She's a professional musician right now, and in the future, I think she's going to be doing more cooperative endeavors. More wholesome stuff. I don't really want to say, because, like, what if she sees this video and then, yeah. I can't change the timeline. Anyway. What else? Yeah. It's interesting being around someone who's, I feel like everyone in our family, we all just know we need each other, even though there is some tension, and I don't know. As long as I was not, like, deceiving them, I think there's still mutual respect, and it's good. It's good that there's a little bit more mutual respect now, and a little more love in the house. Hopefully soon they'll see that I was of service all the time and that I was just trying to be loving. I think they will. And I think that's actually going to be hard to grasp because of the implications of that realization, I think. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I am in no rush to force some federal judge to talk to me, or to force some judge in Suffolk Superior Court to have a hearing. And like one of the documents I found while I was writing this lawsuit said that the Associate Chancellor of UMass was supposed to have finished replying to all my public records requests by October 20th. That was an official ruling of the Supervisor of Public Records, because they had already failed to appeal in time for an extension. Meaning their extension that they appealed for on October 3rd, or whenever it was not in accordance with the law. So they really should have finished them by August 26th. But who cares? I mean, like, the Elohim have this plan. This is not my plan. And, you know, it's just more gross negligence. And I'm not a lawyer, and they know that. So if they had and it's also like, I would have had to be in court more, going to hearings more, had I known that. And I think my time was better served reading the Bible and hanging out with people in Crew, and playing and, you know, sucking on my karma from Lyme disease and whatever else I was doing. So that's what I have been up to, instead of going through hearings in Suffolk Superior Court. And now I'm just going to get to have one hearing and then go to discovery, instead of having to be back and forth in and out of court. So, yeah, I think that's reasonable in terms of strategy. It would so be nice to have Tom Fitton around. Just, if you're out there, Tom Fitton, watching this, I have a newfound appreciation for what you do. Also, after having Lyme disease, I have a newfound appreciation for your workout routine. Although, Tom Fitton is like, man, if you compare him to his past life, he looks like he looks like the way John Batista compares to his past life, where it's like, oh man. Anyway, he looks good. He looks better than John Batista does, though. Man, I will say this, though. For the people who are aware of the deception, I think some of them are also being irritated by the extent of it, and not just seeking to be of service. Like, you should be bothered by it, I guess, but it's like, being irritated just doesn't help. I mean, I don't know, it's like, you may as well just, I don't know. I don't have the solution. It's just, I think there's no point in getting upset about it. Like, I'm probably going too far the other way, where I'm like not upset at all about it and just trying to relax. So you don't have to take my advice. I would just say, like, if you're like livid about getting these, you know, pandemics taking place, this biological weapon getting released, and then PCR tests and genetic sequencing kind of not being carried out in a manner that's conducive to trusting statistics or understanding different aspects of the spread of this coronavirus. I don't know. You could just let some of that go and try and work on your internal work. Or, like, I don't even know what else. Try and brighten the spirits of those people who are upset or fearful. Easier said than done, though, for sure. So yeah, here we are. It's the end times. Men's hearts are failing for fear, but sun's gonna rise. And oh heck yeah, it's gonna be great when it does. When we get that constitutional law back here, when we can all reunite in community and fellowship together, pray together, sit around a fire together. I mean, I'm already able to do a lot of this stuff, but man, I had a dream the other night where I just saw like what living conditions are like in the big cities, where it's like not like this paradise garden where I live, but like what most people live in. And I'm not powerful enough to change that, but just definitely made me feel more empathetic to people who might be like off school or off work, but who are, like not living somewhere where they can just be outside all the time, or not living somewhere where, they can have freedom. Like, there's still a lot of freedom in Western Mass. And I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for this fire, for the sun, for this planet. We got the moon out here. It's a blessing. I'm blessed. My grandma, still kicking. 93. Yeah. It's an amazing time. It's about to... Oh yeah, we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. Anyway, you'll be able to read my complaint. I have to print 100 pages twice. And then I'm not even going to print all the exhibits for myself. I'm just going to print one copy of the complaint for myself. And I'm mailing that tomorrow. Yep. And I'm not going to have to go to court for a while, but they're doing hearings on the phone, so my guess is the judge is going to be like, all right, we're just going to deny this 12B6 motion, and you guys can go to discovery. And I'll be like, dope. Guess who I'm deposing first? Tobias Baskin. I'm going to be like, Judge, can I just clarify? And then he's going to be like, yeah, that email, you can ask questions to him about that email. That email is not hearsay. It's evidence in this trial. I'm going to be like, let's go. Tobias, who sent you that email? I'm just kidding, I know. Anyway, that's a discussion for another time. So, have a good Thursday. Bye.